I take no pleasure in saying this, but I think the Phoenix Mercury will ruin the 2024 WNBA draft. And this comes down to one simple reason. The top prospects are not going to want to play for them. Normally, the players wouldn't have a say in the manner, but players have been blessed with an extra year of eligibility if they choose to do so. As of right now, the Phoenix Mercury are running away with the worst record in the WNBA, putting them in prime position to get the #1 pick in the draft. Unless there is a massive turnaround, the Mercury will at worst have a top 3 pick. But that begs the question, why would players want to avoid Phoenix? It's one thing to be a bad team, it's another to be dysfunctional. Phoenix isn't losing because of lack of talent, they are losing because of drama and bad blood between teammates. I will explain why I believe the top 3 prospects will pull out the 2024 draft if the Mercury are in position to draft them. The top 3 prospects are currently Caitlin Clark, Paige, and Cameron Brink. Angel is eligible, but she has made it clear she has no intentions of going to the draft next year, so she won't be considered in this conversation. We will start with Caitlin Clark. I don't mean to be harsh to Phoenix fans, but the Mercury are legitimately the only team that could ruin her career. I don't think I've seen a worse fit for a player in my life. If you know anything about Caitlin Clark, you know she has a strong personality. She knows she is the best player on the court, talks trash, and is not afraid to argue. The team already has 3 strong personalities between Diana, Sophie Cunningham, and Skylar Diggins-Smith. On top of that, they are guards. There is 0 chance this will work out. I would go as far as to say, as soon as it's announced the Mercury have the #1 pick, Caitlin will announce she is staying in Iowa shortly after. There's no way she's going to leave a team that loves and embraces her to join a dumpster fire of a team that will most likely be intimidated by her and won't help her grow. The only way they could salvage this situation is if they make Diana retire and trade SDS for some assets. Honestly though, you could argue they should do this anyway. Now we will move on to Paige Bueckers. If there's any rookie that could actually make this situation work, it's Paige. She has a strong personality too, but it's nowhere near as strong as Caitlin. Furthermore, I think she will be more willing to take a back seat and take things slowly due to her injury history. That being said, if Minnesota can't get her, I think she pulls out. The situation won't be as bad for her as it is for Caitlin Clark, but the Suns are still a terrible team for her. Have fun convincing Mercury fans that Paige should come off the bench after the terrible season they are having. You're going to hear demands and chants every game to put her in. The trio of drama at Phoenix won't like that. But you're probably thinking, why not just start her? Have fun convincing Diana and Skylar to give up shots for Paige. They want to be the alpha females on the team. And the last thing they want is a generational talent coming in and making massive changes. Why would Paige choose this when she can stay at UConn, rack up a bunch of NIL money, and wait for a more favorable team to draft her? That leaves us with Cameron Brink. Obviously, Brink isn't the generational talent that Paige and Caitlin are, but she is still really good. Once Paige and Caitlin pull out, she will be the #1 pick. If Stanford's Lauren Betts and Cameron Brink experiment told us anything, it's that it will be hard for 2 bigs with similar playstyles to coexist. It would be really hard to make her fit with BG. I actually don't think Brittany Griner would mind playing with Cameron, but it doesn't change the fact them coexisting on the court most likely won't work. The Mercury coach hasn't exactly proven to be competent either. Cameron Brink will need a lot of development to be elite at the next level, and the Mercury doesn't provide that. Assuming their horrible play continues for the rest of the season, the best case scenario is that Phoenix gets the 3rd pick, so it doesn't completely mess up the draft. I know it sounds crazy, but I believe players will try to intentionally avoid Phoenix. A mediocre coach and a terrible culture is a horrible environment for any rookie, no matter how talented they are. If Brittany Griner returning wasn't enough to unite the team, I don't think anything will. We might get a weird draft where Aaliyah Edwards is the #1 pick. If that happens, I wish her the best of luck. But what do you think? Do you think Phoenix getting a high draft pick will screw the draft, or that it won't affect anything? Thanks for watching.